Hey guys, Jen here with another tutorial for you all. Today we're going to be talking about thread weight and why that matters. A lot of people don't realize that different thread weights make a big difference in their embroidery projects. So we released the Tis the Season Snow Globe ornament last week, and it has some fine detailing on the bottom of the ornament, so that kind of sparked me to do this video. Some other fine detailing projects that you'll want to use this technique on are like eyes and mouths, small cheeks, fine lettering on fill designs, anywhere where you feel like normal weight thread is just too dense or digging into your project. So what we're going to do is I have the Tis the Season words broken out, and we're going to do some test stitching on medium weight tearaway, and then we're going to do some test stitching on medium weight cutaway, and we're going to use sulky thread. So I have a normal 40 weight polyester thread, and 40 weight is what your typical embroidery weight thread is. So rayon, poly, it doesn't matter, the weight is 40. So the lower the number, the heavier the weight, or the thicker the weight of thread. So the higher the number, so 60 and 90, is a thinner thread and a lower weight thread. So typically a lot of brothers like 60 or 90 weight bobbin thread. I use 90 weight bobbin thread in all three of my brother machines. That's what it prefers. I have also used regular 40 weight thread in my bobbin when doing freestanding lace. So 60 weight thread though is what we're going to use for the fine detailing of the letters. So anything below 40 is going to give you a much thicker, more dense feel. On the gingerbread hot pads, I used a 30 weight cotton thread by Sulky, and it is amazing. So it is, you can use it, it's just when and your application. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to load up the 40 weight thread first. And we're going to run some samples on tearaway. And I'm going to be using three different vinyls. We're going to use a soft, this is, I think it's lilac from Punk Broidery. It is very soft. It has a felted back. It's not a woven. This doesn't hold up to snap tabs and such very well, so that's why I chose it on purpose, so you could see the thread and how it digs in and how it's going to look on the two different threads. So we have the lilac, and then pink is a standard promo vinyl from Punk Broidery. It has a knit back, and it's a lot more stable, although pink tends to be a softer vinyl. That's why I chose it. White is also very soft. And then some colors like, there's like a green that can be very, very soft. But like the lighter the color, typically the more soft the vinyl is. And then I have a glitter marine, which is also a knit back. And this is the most stable choice of the three. And typically I use this for most of my snap tabs. But again, the weight of the thread is going to make a big difference even on this. So you'll get to see that in action. So I'm going to go ahead and get this loaded and we'll get started. Okay, so we're sewing on my XP3 Lumineer by Brother. This is loaded with medium weight tearaway from All Stitch. This is their believe it's number 15 rip stitch. I'm going to go ahead and use my projector feature. It'll load up here in a second. so I can see where my stitching is going to go. So it's hard for you to see the letters on the screen, but the box is projecting my words. So I have "'tis the season" 6 times in a hoop. So we'll do it 6 times. So I'm going to go ahead and move my projector all the way to the top here so I can see the first set of letters here and the second set here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and place the lavender first, and then we're going to place the pink second. I'm going to trim this just slightly so it's a little smaller. And that'll give us a good starting point for the next several samples. So I'm going to go ahead and tape this one down because it is warping because it's thicker than the lavender. Okay. All right. And if you'll notice, I'm not using any water-soluble stabilizer. So I'm going to talk why this stitches. Water-soluble is not meant to hold stitching on top of your project. It's meant to just hold the nap down on fabrics like cuddle and knit to keep it out of your stitching. What matters the most is your stabilizer underneath. So if you are not using proper stabilizer underneath, it doesn't matter if you have water soluble on top. It's not going to do anything. Okay. So again, the first test here is 40 weight regular embroidery thread. And we're going to run the "'Tis the Season" on the 3 different samples. Okay, so here are our 3 samples. And this again is 40 weight embroidery thread on medium weight tearaway. And I'm going to try to zoom in so you can see, doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. The best is by far on the glitter. It's just a little hard to read. And it kind of sank in a little on the pink and definitely on the purple. Okay, so next we're going to run the same 3 samples on the same medium weight, same 3 vinyls, and we're going to run it in the 60 weight thread. Okay, so now we have our samples. Trying to get a good view of this with the 60 weight thread on the same 3. So I'm going to zoom out and I will take some close-up photos as well and post them. So this is 40 and this is 60. So you can see even on the pink, it doesn't dig in. Even on the lilac, which is the softest by far, you can read that very well. The clear winner is still the glitter. You can see here. Okay? So you can read the letters much more clearly. I should have cut off my jump stitch cutting, but that's okay. You can see the apostrophes, the dot on the I. This one specifically looks super thick compared to this one. Okay. All right. So next up, I'm going to run the same 6 and I'm going to run it on cutaway this time. All right. So here is our next 3. This is on medium weight cutaway from All Stitch. I'm not sure which number this is, but I will find that out and link it in the description. But you can already tell just from using normal 40 weight thread, the huge difference in the stitching going from tearaway to cutaway. Even on the lilac, you can read the lettering. The glitter, again, hands down the winner vinyl. The pink, though, looks really good. So I think once we run the 40 weight, or the 60 weight, it'll be noticeably different. So we're gonna go ahead and run that. We'll come back with the results. All right, so here's our final 3. Trying to get in there so you can see it. This is the 60 weight thread. Again, the glitter is the clear winner in what looks the best. But even, I mean, the pink looks great. This is the pink I used on my sample with this exact thread. And then even the lilac or lavender, whatever we're calling this, looks fantastic on this soft vinyl. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut these down. I'm going to put them side by side with their counterparts. And I'll do a slow video over them so you can see them side by side. Okay, so I pulled out the tearaway first. So we're going to compare the 40 weight thread to the 60 weight thread on tearaway. So I'm going to zoom in here. So this is our first go. And this is the 60 weight. You can definitely see the lettering more clear. 60 weight on my right. 40 weight on the left. Okay, so there's those two. And then we have the same for the cutaway. So this is 40 weight compared to 60 weight. This is definitely a noticeable difference on the cutaway, the two. This is 60 weight. And this is 40 weight. Still better on the cutaway versus tearaway, but you can read it very clearly with the 60 weight. Okay, so here is the 60 weight side by side on either tearaway or cutaway. So you can see they held up very well. The cutaway is just slightly better. Cutaway is on my right. Okay, so 60 weight. And then this is the original 40 weight with the cutaway is on, it's on my right. Okay, so regular 40 weight on the left. Yep. Okay, 40 weight on tearaway versus 40 weight on cutaway. Okay, so I hope this helps. I buy my 60 weight thread from Sulky direct. It's called Poly Light, which I will link it in the description. I also have bought Madeira 60 weight, and All Stitch sells Madeira. So if you are going to go grab any tearaway from them from the video, you might as well just grab, you know, a black. I have maybe a handful of colors. Cheek, so pink, red, white, black, a brown, a gold. My favorite color of the blue, the 1045 blue from Sulky. And I don't go crazy with it, but it's enough that when I'm doing charms or fine lettering, I have enough colors to, you know, to make it work. So hopefully this helps, and I'll see you later.